Edaphic-Bloom Danube project is a project about greenhouse gas mitigation in times of climate change. And the aim is for the lower Danube region and the Danube Delta to become carbon neutral. This will be reached by two parts. First, the Bloom project part is about energy efficiency in the built environment sector. And the second part, the Edaphic part, has the aim for the conservation and restoration of organic soils and to investigate the role of the riparian vegetation in the carbon cycle.
It is always important to raise awareness on energy efficiency, particularly on the necessity to implement innovative solutions. Therefore, we presented our project and our findings at various events. Several times we followed the invitation of the Romanian Parliament to present the progress of our project to the decision makers in politics. We organized the German-Romanian exchange of experience on energy efficiency of buildings. Applicable technologies were presented and discussed at the event which took place in Stuttgart. Our Danube Center has played an advisory role in the establishment of the Sustainable Development Cluster, and we are happy to be a member of this cluster.
Technology transfer is the process of transmitting the research of scientific and technological research to the market and to the general public, together with associated skills and procedures. The most simple example of technology transfer is the interaction between companies and universities, resulting in solutions and innovative products.
I am convinced that this project has laid an important foundation for an energy-efficient future in Romania. A wide range of experts and stakeholders can use the knowledge gained in our project for their work. The cluster offers a permanent platform for intensive cooperation. Based on these positive results, further promising projects are possible. We are happy to be involved as a partner.
When it comes to Edaphic-Bloom, I am very confident that we will share even more German expertise within the activities that will be performed under the future sustainable development cluster of Lower Danube floodplain and Danube Delta.
And the latter is also the focus of our research. My name is Isabel Becker. I'm from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, the KIT, and we are one of the project partners from Germany. We from Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, we are focusing on the Danube Delta region, which is a very important study area. Since in Germany and in many other countries in Europe, the rivers and floodplains are altered by human impact to use the water or the floodplain areas. And wetlands and peatlands are also drained to use the soils, for example, for agriculture. So currently many rivers and floodplains are in an unfavorable status, but they provide many important ecosystem services. For example, they are recreational areas where people spend their leisure time. They are very important for biodiversity, for example, for fish, or as in the Danube Delta, also for migratory birds. They store water and clean water in the floodplain soils, and they are also very important for the carbon storage in this carbon cycle in the soils and in the vegetation, especially in peatlands and in wetlands with peat soils, as is the case in the Danube Delta. So it's very important to protect or restore them to have these ecosystem services.
The EUKI and the Edaphic project has helped us in better understanding how to communicate, how to protect, how to conserve, and how to share our knowledges.
Activities of the KIT in the project. So we are responsible for mapping and quantifying biomass and carbon stock of the riparian vegetation in their contribution to organic soil carbon, and to predict the carbon stock and carbon sequestration in the vegetation for the whole Danube Delta. And our tasks in detail were a literature review, and we performed fieldwork. So we made field investigations with vegetation plots on the most dominant vegetation types, which are in the Danube Delta the reed beds, which cover 44% of the area. Here we made plots where we harvested the biomass, and later in the laboratory we measured the carbon and the nitrogen content. And the second most important vegetation type were the woody vegetation types. They only cover about 6% of the area, but they are important in terms of biomass and carbon content. And here we made plots in the riparian forests along the channels, and also in the sand dune forests and in the bush vegetation along the coast. Here we measured the height and diameter of the most important tree species, and we took wood samples, so dendrochronological samples where we can analyze the growth rates and the age. And with these values we calculated the biomass and estimated the carbon content. And all these findings we used to upscale the biomass amounts on the whole Danube Delta area. For this, we used an existing vegetation map of the Danube Delta National Institute, and we updated it using satellite images and the Google Earth engine. And with this updated map, we can now use the values and extrapolate them on the whole Danube Delta area.
If we are going to look at our country as being a round, we can consider that the Carpathians are the backbones of our country, and the Danube is the blood sanguine river which is helping us all. So thank you very much DDNI, thank you very much Edaphic, thank you very much to all our partners, and hope to see you very soon in new and interesting projects. Happy birthday, Danube!
The impact of the project and our research in the project for the stakeholders is that with our findings we can contribute to the analysis of the organic soils of the Danube Delta National Institute. And our research gives hints about the stored amount of carbon, which is relevant in times of climate change. And it can help to think about restoration measures to even increase the carbon in the vegetation or the soils, and to help on the way to reach a carbon neutral lower Danube region.